Anyone got a pencil? Hello, my name's Mark and I'm the host of the Mixtape podcast, where every week on the show I will ask my guests to make up an imaginary mixtape. They'll give it a title and pick 6 tracks. Track 1, what's going to be your intro track, your attention grabber, your track 1 side one that's going to draw me in and make me want to listen to the rest of your tape. Track 2, pick a song that you sing loud and proud when you're on your own in the car or the shower. Track 3, pick your favourite cover version. Track 4, pick a song you wish you could have played to your 18-year-old self. Track 5, pick a song that you would put on your mixtape to let the listener know that you are romantically interested. And track 6, I'm going to ask them to pick something a little bit obscure, maybe a B-side or an album track. Don't forget to smash that follow or plus sign at the top of the page and you'll be notified every time there's a new episode. And you can follow me on Instagram at the Mixtape Perth. Hope you enjoy this week's chat. Hello and welcome to a very special mixtape. This is the Out of the Woods special episode for today, and I'm absolutely delighted to be joined by Hannah from the Psychotic Reactions. How are you, Hannah?
Yeah, good, man. Thanks for having me.
Absolute pleasure, absolute pleasure. Thanks for coming on. Now, Out of the Woods this week, like we were just saying just before we started recording there, some amazing Perth acts there. Who are you looking forward to seeing most of all on the lineup there?
I'd say, yeah, my top 2 favorite, Project Bex and Clove. But yeah, killer local lineup for such a big fest.
I know there's some great acts on there. Small Fish is one of my favourite bands as well, and Angie Coleman, for sure. So, what do you know yet? What time you're playing? Which day of the festival you're playing?
So we're on Sunday around 5:00.
Okay, cool. And I think I saw something on socials earlier. It's almost sold out. It's like 82% or something of the tickets sold out. So I believe it's outofthewoods.com.au, or you can just look for them on the socials or Google Out of the Woods Festival for tickets there. But I think it might be oztix.com.au if you're going to snag the last few tickets for the festival. And I noticed as well, you're also not only playing Out of the Woods, you're also playing Sunday music at the 30 Arts Centre. Sorry. Lots of big gigs going on for you at the moment.
Yeah, no, that should be a good one. That's happening on the 22nd. So yeah, busy October. But we're so stoked that just like so much stuff is happening locally and they're just supporting local musos as opposed to, pulling in from all over the country.
Absolutely. I think it makes sense for them cost-wise as well to bring in, like, if there's such a wealth of local acts, then why do they need to, fly people in from out of state when we've got such quality acts here in WA? Your new single, Take It Easy, is out now. Is that just digital streaming platforms, or have you got any physical formats of that, or through your Bandcamp, or where can people get hold of that?
Yeah, you can grab that, on all the usual. It's out on Bandcamp. You can pay 0, you can pay more. Yeah, I just kind of wanted to get that one out there. It's been a little while since we so
it's a great track, and I've played it a few times on the show. And for anyone who hasn't heard your music, Hannah, I don't mean this in a derogatory way, but the name, the Psychotic Reactions, it kind of conjures up a sort of mental picture of what your music might be like, but it's very, very different to that. So just explain to people, what sort of style of music that you are.
Yeah, I think when you hear the word Psychotic Reactions, you kind of expect this heavy. It's a conversation I have quite a lot, to be honest. I teach children, so trying to explain that to their parents is like quite a constant conversation. But no, Psychotic, we got our name. We literally just pulled our name. We were listening to the Nuggets 60s compilation, and I just played the track Count Five's Psychotic Reaction over and over and over again. And I think that's when I really, just kind of like set in stone what kind of music I wanted to be making. So yeah, we're not super psychotic, but but like the song Psychotic Reaction and that compilation album, we're definitely kind of 60s influenced. We love our garage. The boys in the band, they're really kind of into like jazz, blues almost. But yeah, I would say we kind of pull from different genres, different eras. I think I really go for that whole 60s vibe thing.
Absolutely. And I think I got a really good sense of you and your sort of your musical influences and taste when you sent me through your mixtape tracks. There's some absolute cracking tracks on there, some really good ones. And I got a really good, sometimes it's difficult to pick, but I got a really good sense of, who you are and what you like and that kind
Oh,
of thing from your tracks. I was wondering if you've heard of a singer-songwriter called Vic Chestnut.
no.
I think he might be in your wheelhouse because
All right.
or he was when he was alive, quite sort of quirky and yeah, it just I thought of him straight away. I don't know, I can't put my finger on why, but
Yeah, with you.
when I read your tracks and listened to
Write that
some of the
down.
tracks, especially that last one, oh God, what was the title of it now?
What do
Your
we
obscure
have?
track, Bruno
Oh,
Mindpump.
the
Yeah,
Ralph band. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That made me think of him as well.
Yeah,
But he's
I'll
he's
write that
Vic
down.
Vic Chestnut's got an incredible life story. And yeah, one of his tracks, I Flirted With You All My Life, it's my favourite song of all time. It's an incredible track. But yeah, he's worth looking up and reading up on because he's got a really mad, sad, tragic life story. But yeah, anyway, on that note, let's move on to the mixtape tracks that you picked for your mixtape, Hannah. And track one, I asked you to pick an intro, like an attention grabber for your mixtape. So tell us what you picked for that.
So for this one, I chose Till the End of the Day by The Kinks. The Kinks are my number one all-time favorite band. I mean, part musically, but just the lyrics that Ray Davies kind of produces, and the way he sees the world,
Hmm.
yeah, he's
Yeah,
my number one idol right up there. And it's a nice little
yeah, it
fun
is. I think Waterloo Sunset's one of my all-time. It's in my top 40, I think, of all time. Like, I love that. Yeah, it's just the imagery, like Terry meets Julie,
yeah.
Waterloo Station every Friday night. Like, it just conjures up the images. Like, it's amazing. But I did make a note for that track in particular, All Day and All the Night, because it's about one chord away from being all day and all of the night. I think it's very, very close. Yeah, I think I had this. Who did I have this conversation with the other day? God, I do so many podcasts, I forget. But I had a conversation with someone the other day. Oh, it was Clint Boone from the Inspiral Carpets. We were talking about how economical they were in the 60s with their like riffs and their tunes and that, and yeah, really efficient. And I think they've recycled that a little bit there, but I'm not sure. It sounded like a really early one of theirs. Is that one of their really, really early singles? Is it?
Yeah, yeah, I think
Yeah.
they must have
Yeah.
kinda
Repurposed
shuffled
it a
that
bit
then.
later on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So what I do, Hannah, if you've never heard the podcast on Spotify, obviously I can't play the songs because they're licensed content, but on the radio show I'll drop the songs in between the chat. But if you're listening to this on Spotify, you just have to jump out of the podcast, and then in the description for the podcast there'll be a link to a playlist where I'll put a playlist of the tracks that you pick and some of your own tracks as well. So if anyone wants to jump in and listen to you, I'll also put a link in there to your socials and website and Bandcamp and everything else. So if anyone's listening wants to check out your music, they can just duck into the description of the podcast and have a listen. And track two, Hannah, for your mixtape, I asked you to pick a song that you sing when you're on your own in the car or the shower. What did you pick for that one?
Yeah, so for this one, yeah, I just kind of went with what kind of been belting out lately, but Sugar on My Tongue by Talking Heads. Yeah, that's just been on, like, constantly. It's just such an earworm, that one. I don't
Mm,
know what it is, but I think, yeah, just the voice and kind of same what I was saying with Ray Davies as well, I just really respect that's why I'm really keen to check out that artist you've
Vic
suggested.
Chestnut. Yeah.
I just love, yeah, weird brains. Sorry, I've got a dog nibbling on my stuff here, but yeah, I just think, yeah, if I just wish I could get into their brains and try
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
suss out where they're coming from, but no, Sugar in My Tongue, it's a great one to sing, I love it.
I think even like I love a shower song. Like I've got like a Spotify playlist just for shower only. And yeah, I love a belt out in the shower. But even I wouldn't attempt a David Byrne vocal like in the shower. That's way too high for me. I get nowhere near it, mate. Absolutely nowhere near it. It does help
Yeah.
you a bit with the steam and the moisture sometimes in your shower. You can get a little bit extra, but not that much. So I wouldn't even go there with that. But yeah, great
Freak.
track, great choice, great choice. And for track three, and now I'd not heard this cover version, and I pride myself on being a what would you call it? A cover version kind of expert aficionado, if you like. I love a cover version. I'm across like a lot of cover versions. I'd never heard this one, and I heard it when I was sort of listening in the car on the way just now from the studio. So, what did you pick for your cover version, Hannah?
So I've chosen Devo's take on I Can't Get No Satisfaction.
Hmm.
Yeah, kind of I'm gonna keep coming back to this kind of like weird, but I just think like the way they've kind of done this with the percussion and it's almost yeah, it's just really weird. It almost took me a little while to even put together what it was. It's just they've totally like stripped the Stones version right back and totally did it. And same again, just
Absolutely.
like they're weirdos. I love it.
You're gonna love Vic Chestnut. I'm telling you, you're gonna really like him.
I've got it
Yeah, no.
ready to go.
What I like about a cover version, sort of one of my sort of prerequisites for what I would consider a decent cover version is when you put your own take on it and you don't just copy the original. And they have absolutely done that there. Like if you if you you know, it really sounds like one of their songs
Yeah.
because it's just such in their style. Yeah,
Cool.
brilliant track. And I think that one, Keith Richards woke up in the middle of the night. I don't know if you know this story. He woke up in the middle of the night and he used to keep a tape recorder by the side of his bed. And he woke up at like 3 a.m., had this idea in a dream, woke up, played the riff, went back to sleep, and then woke up in the morning and went, what is that riff I've just written? Yeah, that's how he wrote the riff for I Can't Get No
Wow, that's
Satisfaction.
wicked.
Yeah. He used to quite often wake up in the middle of the night having had a dream. So he started putting a tape recorder by the side of his bed with his guitar, and it just came out like that. Yeah, but Devo,
That's so
amazing cover version. Yeah, really enjoyed that one. Absolutely superb. Now, this next one I had not heard of. So yeah, you can talk to me about the song you picked that you would like to play to your 18-year-old self.
So this one's called I Forgot Myself. It's by Jen Cloller. And I just think she's really put it just beautifully, how easy it is. She's talking more romantic relationship, but I just think in any relationship in your life, I just like totally wish I could go back to 18-year-old Hannah and be like, make sure you don't forget yourself. Yeah, it's just like, and she's just put it in she's an amazing songwriter. She's just kind of put it straight. But it's just awesome. It's just about how easy it is to, forget yourself when you're so kind of, like caught up in something, whether it's new or,
Mhm.
I think people can pride themselves on how selfless they can be. And sometimes it's all right to be a
Look
little,
after number one.
that's it. That's it,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, I did do a little bit of research, and yeah, I think I need to get that. Can't remember the name of the debut album that this track's from because I really liked it. So I think what's the album called that it's from? Do you know off the top of your head?
I have no idea. I just know the vinyl is baby blue. It's the most beautiful record I own. I'm trying to
So you're
remember. It was like, I think it might even just be like a self-titled
right.
album.
Okay. Yeah, yeah,
Pretty
yeah.
sure.
I'll
Yeah.
definitely need to check that out, and I'll be checking out that vinyl as well for sure. So you're a big vinyl collector, are you?
Yeah. When I can afford it.
I know. How bad is it? How bad is it? At the moment, all I spend my money on is gig tickets and vinyl. It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
Um, and every night I'm like scrolling through social media and there's another record and I go, oh,
I
why
know.
haven't I got that? I need that. I need that. Yeah, I've bought heaps lately. What came the other day through the post? Oh, and I was like, oh, I've been waiting for that for so long. It was a pre-order and I've been waiting for it for ages. I think it was the new Teskey Brothers one. And I was waiting for that. My girlfriend bought it for me for pre-order and I'm
Yeah.
gagging for it to arrive, and they've signed the sleeve as well because it was a pre-order through the website.
Wow.
I love the Teskey Brothers. They're one of my favourite bands at the moment. So yeah, and I got Scroobius Pip. I don't know, you wouldn't be aware of Scroobius Pip. He's an English singer-songwriter. Oh, singer-songwriter, come spoken word. He's come rapper. But he's out of the music biz now, and he's an actor and a podcaster. But yeah, his album Distraction Pieces is incredible, and I got that on white vinyl the other week, and I've been playing that to death as well. I'll
Yeah.
shoot you a link. I'll shoot you a link to one of his tracks. You might like Scroobius Pip.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, he's awesome. He's awesome. Okay, so track 5, Hannah, and now we're into the song you would put on your mixtape to let the listener know you're romantically interested. What did you go with?
This one I did this little track called Sunday Morning. It's by this, amazing songwriter, Margot Gouin. I always say I've been corrected on that last name a few times. She's amazing. The song itself is a really simple message. It's just like, I just want to chill with you on a Sunday, sit in the sun, grab some coffee. But yeah, I just really love her. I think she came from an era where, I think particularly that voice, she came from an era where there's a lot of like big, powerful singers. And I guess, as like a female vocalist myself, that's something I'm always quite aware of is, I don't really sing like this kind of like beautiful falsetto or like this really strong kind of, and I just really love Margot for that. I think she really just kind of chills.
Yeah, it's a great track, and she's got that kind of classic French sort of chanteuse sort of vocal style.
Cool.
Can't think of the name of the singer now, the one who sings with Serge Gainsbourg. I can't remember her name now. It's gone right out of my head. Anyway, it really reminded me of her as well. But yeah, cracking track, and it's called Sunday Morning, and it put me in mind when I listened to it of a Sunday morning, even if it wasn't called Sunday Morning, just the vibe of the track and the sort of, the feel of it. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, love that track. Okay, and finally, this is the one I'm most interested in because I'd not heard of this artist and this track. What was the track that you picked that was a B-side, an album track, or something a little bit left field or obscure? Hannah, what did you pick?
So this one's called Bruno Mindhorn by Ralph Band. I first heard these guys. One of my favorite films ever is called Bunny and the Bull, made by the same people that do like Mighty Boosh and stuff. And they work really closely with these guys. So these guys appear all over, that film. Sometimes on the Mighty Boosh, I think. But again, just that kind of like, they're really into their storytelling. And they've kind of got, that kind of like French. It's only really now I've kind of considered maybe that French vibe is my thing, but but they're really into these, like, they just make up random characters. So they've kind of saying about this like Bruno Mindhorn, and he's in love with a girl who, I don't know, like lives in a giant shoe or something ridiculous like that. But their whole album is just like, it's just really wicked. They've got really interesting like instrumentations, and again, they're a bunch of weirdos. And I love my weirdos.
I'm massively into, I'm massively into spoken word at the moment, and so I'm loving anything that's got any sort of spoken word or anything like that. And so I was really enjoying that track. Initially, the first sort of few bars of it put me in mind of a Lemon Jelly track. I can't remember now. I don't know if you're familiar with Lemon Jelly.
A little bit.
So it put me in mind of this one called, I think it's called Experiment Number 9 or something like that. It's a really weird, unsettling track. It's really strange. You'd probably really like that as well.
Wicked.
Okay. On that note, Hannah, good luck with your set at Out of the Woods Festival.
Thank you so much.
Really grateful for you coming on the show and giving me your time. Really appreciate it. Have a great weekend, and all the best. Good luck.
Awesome. Thank you so much for having me, man. That was fun.
No problem at all. That was the Mixtape podcast. Thank you so much for listening. Don't forget to jump up to the top of the page and smash that follow button, and you'll be notified every time there's a new episode, or follow me on Instagram at the Mixtape Perth. Till the next time.